What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here to talk about the UFC Conor McGregor clone epidemic that we've kind of reached the end of, but we've still got a couple of them floating around. So today I'm going to be ranking all the Conor McGregor clones, all the McGregor copycats in the UFC, with the S tier being the guy that I think has the best chance to, take that role once Conor's fully done. All right, you guys. So let's get started straight away. All right, man. Imagine being a Conor clone, dude. That would suck so bad, you guys. I'm going to put O'Malley in the A tier because he's been probably the most successful Conor McGregor, like, light 2.0 reboot type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one that actually got to the belt. He got to have that moment of, like, putting his hands out in front of the crowd with the belt. So I think Dana White's pretty happy with the cloning process of creating Sean O'Malley in a laboratory when he was trying to make the next Conor McGregor. And I mean, he's putting him on every single Conor undercard. He's putting him on press conferences in sunglasses and shit. I feel like Sean O'Malley was the prototype from day one of, we're going to make the next Conor McGregor. So all in all, they've done a pretty fucking good job. Like, I know on the mic, he literally can't say shit. He's more entertaining on a live stream than he is on a fucking press conference. Like, bro, you're not bedtime MMA, dude. Get off YouTube, get in the fucking gym, start trash talking for real. All right, man, get those press conference bars up. But it is funny. What I will say about this is, it's funny how when a fighter is good on the mic but bad in the cage, people are like, oh, bro, why are you worried about the trash? This guy's all talk. But then when they're good at fighting and they're bad on the mic, oh, bro, you got to get better at talking. It's like, why don't we just fucking watch the fights? You know what I mean? But I'm going to put Sean O'Malley in the A tier. All right, dude. Let's move on to another fighter that not so much at the moment is getting the McGregor comparisons, but I feel like the UFC low-key wants him to fill that role, and he does have shades of it. Mate, Tony's talking about fucking Hell Week, lad. I haven't had a shit in a fucking week, mate. That's my version of Hell Week, lad. I'm going to put Paddy Pimblett in the B tier because I don't think he exactly fits the bill of Conor McGregor 2.0. He's not on the level of fighter that Conor is, even though he was a double champion Cage Warriors. I do think he's pretty good, but his performances in the UFC haven't necessarily built him up to that level. Like, Sean O'Malley was putting people out cold. He was having crazy fights and shit like that. Whereas Paddy Pimblett, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. He's on a decent win streak. He had some good finishes to start off, and I think he has that effect on people where they either hate him or they love him and they really talk about him. His walkouts are usually insane as well. He has that natural, likable kind of energy. And maybe controversial, I like Paddy Pimblett. I think he's pretty cool. I think he's, what do I think about him? I don't think about him. I like him, I think Paddy Pimblett's fine, dude. So I'm going to put him in the B tier. I don't think he has the championship potential that like a Sean O'Malley had, or even other guys on this list. So I think B tier is pretty solid considering how big of a star that he is, especially in the UK, how people react to him. But I've got to bring him down a little bit because of his fighting style. Let's move on to my boy, one of my boys. You guys know this. I'm going to put Kevin Lee in the C tier, dude. Now, Kevin Lee was the Conor McGregor 2.0 copycat before both of these motherfuckers, before a lot of these guys showed up. He pulled out the genius move of, people were starting to kind of accuse him. They're like, Kevin, bro, it seems like you're trying to be like Conor, you're dressing like him. Kevin Lee, the genius, right? All these other soy boys, they get on the mic, they're like, I'm a huge fan of Conor. I want to be like Conor. Not naming any names, but Chad Kevin Lee gets on the mic. Man, fuck Conor. Conor's trying to be like me. That's badass, dude. And I mean, he did get to an interim title fight. He did get to headline a pay-per-view. So it did kind of work, but because of the downfall, because of all the memes that got made about him, because of how his career kind of has ended and now he's coming back, which would be good to see, but he has kind of passed his prime, I think, physically because of injuries and things like that. I got to put Kevin Lee in the C tier. He could have been even bigger, dude. He could have been a real big star if he had beat Tony Ferguson. He did pretty well against Tony, but it wasn't meant to be. And for that reason, I'm going to put Kevin Lee in the C tier. Let's move on to one of the guys that I was talking about before. Ian Gary, you're going in the D tier, dude. All right? Sit down, shut up, you're going in the fucking D tier. This guy's just not it, bro. And he fumbled it, dude. I watched the UFC 298 press conference, dude. He gets asked one question. He looks like he's on the verge of tears answering the question. All these people are here to see me. And nobody else asks him a fucking question, dude. And then, when you have a chance to kind of get some hype, he goes up to Jeff Neal and like shakes his hand. He's like, let's have a good fight, buddy. This guy's just a fucking dweeb. This guy's a twerp. He is literally that kid that runs around the restaurant screaming, dude. And for that reason, I mean, the fact that Ian Gary he does have the fighting style of Conor, I guess, without the power, but he is good at counterpunching, right? He tries to have those moments. He tries his fucking best, you know, but I just don't think he's that, and I thought he would be higher. At 296, if he had showed up, gone full heel, KO'd Luke, you know what I mean, had this big like media reaction, I'd say B tier minimum. I really think he could have been a huge star if he had fought at 296, and if he had beef with Colby and Luke and Ferguson and all these guys, but he didn't. And now I watch him and it's just like, he can't decide whether he's trying to be a bad guy or he wants people to like him and respect him. He's trying to go at Strickland and play like fun police and word police. I just think Ian Gary's a fucking nerd, dude. And I think I'm going to put him in D tier because he could have been a McGregor clone, but he's fumbled it. And now he's just an annoying vegan soy boy who is a pretty good fighter. I'll give him that, but just doesn't have the interest that he did a couple months ago. Let's move on to a fan favorite who also lost a bit of grace recently, but I think he can get it back. I'm going to put Manel Kape in the C tier. This guy is literally McGregor before he hit puberty, bro. This guy's walking around with the sunglasses on, with the suits on. He's talking trash. He's smacking the table like Conor McGregor. He's clutching up the 3v1 versus Tyson Pedro and fucking Tai Tuivasa and all these guys. And Izzy's up there like, this little fucking midget thinks he can fuck with me. Yes, he can, Izzy. Yes, he can. What's stopping Manel Kape from doing a flying knee to you right now, bro? What are you going to do about it, dude? You're going to jab leg kick him, bro? Manel Kape's a fucking Chad. And he dresses like Conor. He does kind of fight like Conor a little bit too. He puts his hands behind his back sometimes. He spams taunts. He's got good head movement. I think if Manel Kape can dial in his weight cut, maybe if he goes to 135 where there's some big names, like stay at flyweight, like fight Kai Kara France, and then go up to bantamweight and try and get a big fight there. I really think Manel Kape, if he could just make weight and fight consistently, he would be a bigger star because he does have those shades of McGregor, dude. And I think he tries to do that. So I'm going to put him in the C tier. He has a lot of potential, but he's got to fucking step it up. All right, dude. And speaking of wasted potential, holy shit, this is going to get depressing, boys. All right. Mate, I swear to fucking God, I was going to be the next fucking Conor, mate. Darren Till, one of the biggest fumbles of all time. Bro was the next McGregor. He was undefeated. He got a title shot. He was fighting fucking Tyron Woodley. Did not land a punch. Didn't land a punch, dude. How do you fuck this up? Darren Till's not in the C tier with Kevin Lee, who also kind of fumbled the McGregor comparisons because he did have a bit of a downfall, but he did win fights after that. And he did, you know, stay relevant, stay in the rankings, stay popular. So I can't knock Darren Till too much. He did get a title shot out of it. He did get big fights at middleweight and welterweight out of it. So he's not completely fucking ruined his career, but he was supposed to be the next McGregor. He had that Paddy Pimblett crowd reaction when he was walking out. He had the skills too. The thing with Paddy Pimblett is they want to put him higher, but he can't fight these top guys straight away. Whereas Till was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll fight Cowboy. Fuck it, I'll fight Wonderboy, you know? And I think Till was the closest we were ever going to get. I really think that if Till had beat Woodley, he would have became Conor McGregor 2.0. I really, really believe that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I think Till was the closest to becoming McGregor 2.0. Because you look at O'Malley, he hasn't done it. Like, he became a bigger name because of it, but he's not as big of a name as he should be for being the fucking UFC champion. Whereas I feel like Till was right there, dude. And for that reason, I'm going to put him B tier because he accomplished a lot, but fuck, man. I've got two more left. One of these guys is probably the most annoying kind of symptom of the Conor McGregor epidemic that took over the sport when Conor blew up. And then I've got the guy in S tier who you guys want to see who it is. Starting off in the D tier. Seriously, guys, listen, guys, Bedtime's gonna make videos, you guys. He's gonna hit record, you guys. He's gonna fucking upload the videos, you guys. Seriously, guys, I really think that, dude. Henry Cejudo, he tried it, you know. God loves a trier. He did have the skills to pay the bills. I'll give him that, you know, but you're at flyweight. You're at victim weight. That's number one. Number two, the pillows, the gimmick, he hasn't updated it. And I think at the time I enjoyed it when he was being Triple C, when he was actually fighting and winning. It was easier to deal with because he was being kind of funny on social media. He does have his moments where his comedic genius shines through with how cringy he actually is, right? But since he came back, I feel like the gimmick's just dead. It's like Colby trying to do the gimmick now. It's just dead, dude. And, you know, Cejudo trying to manifest all this new stuff. I feel like he doesn't even believe it. I listen to him talk now and he's like, yeah, you know, guys, I want to get my belt back, you guys, seriously, and then I want to go up to featherweight. It's like, no, you don't even believe that. Like, you're not even sure if you're gonna beat Marab, dude. So I'm gonna put Henry Cejudo in the D tier because he's so bad at it. He did have success with it, but he's so bad at it now that it's lost any sort of, you know, fondness. Like, I feel like if he never came back, we'd kind of look back and go, you know what, Henry Cejudo was a little bit funny. He was a little bit entertaining, and he was a double champ. So I feel like Henry Cejudo's last run in the UFC has kind of diminished his Conor McGregor copycat era. And for that reason, the cringe involved, that's not in a good way. You're going in the D tier, brother. There's one man left that, listen, I know people are not going to be happy about this, but I just got to spit some facts about this, dude. Ilia Topuria is going in the S tier. I'm not a huge Ilia Topuria fan. Let me be clear on that. I'm a Volk fan. But I'm seeing a lot of people trying to hate on this guy for, you know, trying to recreate the Conor McGregor script. Bro's literally just hitting fucking restart. He picked up the reboot card on Conor, dude. And he stole the belt. He took photos with the belt backstage just like Conor. All this shit exactly the same as Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. And a lot of people are like, oh, this guy thinks he's fucking Conor. This guy's a fucking clown, blah, 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 blah. He's not even good at talking like Conor. It's like, well, first of all, he doesn't speak English. Like, that's his, what, third or fourth language? Like, what the fuck, bro? Give him some slack, dude. But aside from that, fighting style is pretty similar. He's a big power puncher. He's a boxer. Probably not as one-shot KO as Conor. Probably not as good on the mic as Conor, right? But he's not speaking in his natural language. That's number one. You're not going to get charisma like Conor out of every single person walking the earth, right? But number two, people are talking about this guy like he's already lost the fight. And I just want to say, you know, to the guys that are like really, really mad by what he's doing, right? Bro, if he wins this shit, you got to admit you're going to fanboy out. Like, don't even fucking lie, dude. Don't even fucking lie, bro. If Topuria wins this fight against Volkanovski, all of you are going to be liking the fucking edits comparing Topuria to Conor. All of you are going to be commenting, wow, bro, wow, he really is the next Conor, wow, dude. All of you are going to buy into the fucking hype. You're all going to go follow him on Instagram with his bots, alright, dude? So, you can say what you want, but you got to be honest, dude. If Topuria wins this fight, if he pulls this off, he is McGregor 2.0. Like, he's the best we're going to get. Because O'Malley's not doing this shit. Topuria is selling the fight. He's getting people against him. He's doing his fucking best. And I'm telling you again, if he wins, don't act like you're not gonna fanboy out if he wins, bro. You totally are, dude. It's just like if McGregor lost to Aldo, you guys would, we all would have shit on him. But he won, and it was badass that he won. Exactly the same thing here. But these are my thoughts on the best Conor McGregor clone in the UFC in this tier list. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're doing really good at the moment. I appreciate all the support, you guys. Go follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA for my live reactions to 298. Enjoy the fights, guys. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys after. I'll probably do a video right after the fights. Have a good one. Goodbye.